Listen, in this video, there are a lot of topics that we will discuss. The cat is in the bottle and the cat is in the bag, as evidenced by the ongoing conflict in the XRP community over Ripple's refusal to finance projects and the exodus of users to other chains due to their inability to live there. Expanding on the XRPL due to lack of financing and the insufficient use case for the entire project, we'll go through it, and I'll provide you may choose to accept it to learn more. What I'm referring to as a term is simply because individuals are asserting their rights. The project is failing because either not enough people are interested in it, and people on the XRP ledger, or because Ripple isn't sponsoring it, are unwilling to spend their XRP, which is causing their project to fail. Wish to hear my response? That's what I say, that's your project, that's just me being honest. Just listen. To be honest, you probably believe that because you switched to a different chain, your project will be the greatest thing ever and that it won't matter where you place it because you joined one of the trendiest chains. If you choose the most popular blockchain currently available, Solana, your project will remain unchanged. Even if you move, it will remain the same. If you move over the base, and you have a project on the XRP ledger that was previously on Solana, it will now be on base. The projects that survive this bull run will be those that carry over into the next bear market and the bull market that follows in 2028, the ones that are genuinely building. We are going to dive right in. Let's tackle the costs. After examining El Salvador's actions, let's have a conversation. Concerning XRP Ledger Bitcoin and the current state of affairs, Bitcoin, $61,800 over the last 24 hours, Ethereum has increased by almost 1%, closing at $29.41. It has also increased by 0.5%, and both USDC and ETH are closing at their dollar peg. XRPPS, people, it's $2 for $1 or 50 cents, but it won't last for very long because there will be a sideways movement. All of the sideways activity has ended. Very soon, the entire market value of cryptocurrencies will be $2 trillion. This is really quite amazing. El Salvador has released a new website that tracks its national Bitcoin treasury. This is fantastic. We obtained 5,748 Bitcoins, valued at more than $353 million. The fact that Bitcoin is currently in a bull market makes these stats even more impressive. Listen, this is all fun and good. They will, after all, surpass $1 billion this cycle, but what will happen if Bitcoin falls below these figures? You are aware that you can view the chart, so what happens next? It will appear to have fallen off the edge, but everything is fine for the time being. It will if they do, it will be interesting to observe. In the future, XRP crypto should demonstrate this. This is the Bitcoin chart. There is not much to see here. Nothing altered the overall situation. The situation remains unchanged, with the accumulation trending sideways. Zone 60 to 64,000, your breakout range is 74,000. That's all there is to it. There has been no change, and the movement is sideways. As we previously mentioned, there has been sideways activity on Bitcoin. We were aware that it would occur, and we anticipated a spike in price during the after that. We were going to witness a slight dip and some sideways accumulation because everyone just expects the markets to rise. People are yelling that the bull run is over, that Bitcoin has already peaked, and that they are beginning to sell their holdings, but that is completely untrue. Indeed, we are on the sidelines. Accumulating for the time being. Alright, this video is here. I'll really save this video for tomorrow, roughly halfway through CU. I desire we have a wealth of topics to discuss, so let's begin. I'll just take a sip of my water first. Chip states that some of the most creative initiatives on the XRP ledger, particularly the one that claims to be the most inventive in terms of integrating payments, really astounded me. Funny enough, Ripple used to sponsor these kinds of ventures. In 2019, the company asserts that it provided $100 million to Forte, a gaming startup unaffiliated with the XRP ledger and without any usage restrictions. There were no limitations. Ripple was just a share, that I had a conversation with two companies that had received funding in one of Ripple's initial rounds. At that time, Ripple was essentially transferring the money to the projects without asking any questions. I think I just handed them the cash. Most of the projects we are aware of received initial funding without considering the impact of allocating 1 million to 100 distinct XRP-based manufacturing initiatives. This is ridiculous, so pay attention if you seek funding. You should ensure that you have sufficient funds before making any inquiries. You had better be giving up on $1 million. If you're aiming for $1 million, you should allocate a portion of your business towards this goal. Alright, so these grants are being awarded correctly. If you want to go to any pitch and ask a VC for $1 million, Ripple is giving grants to firms to build on. You better have your books ready to support them. The amount of money you have earned is crucial. Your overhead is your runway. You know when you expect them to recoup your investment and how much they will leave your business if you pursue them, and you're expressing your desire to, I'm not sure, simply put, make up. These figures suggest that you should give them 5% of your company for 20% of it, indicating a need for a thorough evaluation of your business. It resembles a tiny shark on its surface. The tank is right here, so you're good to go, 1 million, no problem. The pitches, you are aware that a pitch will ask you, how much are you looking for? What are the requirements for you to search for these businesses? If you require money from a VC to launch your project, you're in the wrong industry. They're going to offer you $200,000, maybe even $100,000 or $120,000, so you can build it out properly. You're in a bad place. There isn't a project for you. If you require financing to complete your project and are dependent on others, you just disappear. You have never had a project. In light of what would occur if I were a venture capitalist and I were to look at this, I would give you money from the outside. After your project gets off the ground and is functioning, it will eventually break and require an upgrade. Something has to be changed. There will be a need for repairs. It will cost you more money, similar to buying a yacht. You purchase a boat. What takes place? To keep the thing alive, you just have to keep throwing money at it. The same idea, Ripple should be funding initiatives with more money, they should know this. I totally agree with it, but should projects merely get funding because they generate a lot of buzz on social media? Although I'm not affiliated with Ripple, I believe they ought to scrutinize these projects and their performance history to ensure that they fulfill their commitments and secure sufficient funding for their launch. They pay all of these people on Twitter to talk about their project and build hype, which is absolutely not what they should be doing. If I were to donate money to anyone, I would expect their project to have already launched or be in production. And they would have a compelling plan outlining would prefer not to discover that you plan to use their funds to help you obtain your project has started and is now operational. Daniel and I are currently in disagreement over this matter, and I am not providing you with any financial support at this time. I think he's down here somewhere. This is a call I am making. People are starting to say things like, hey everyone, this is Daniel States, right? I'm using air quotes, he says, talking to people who have pitched or want to pitch. All these VCS are purportedly in existence. I would like to avoid engaging with the XRP ledger in its entirety. The whole pitch cards were with me. Didn't I have a pitch deck? I think it was last month that I was pitching. I don't know, maybe the month before that. Just a short while ago, I received thousands of pitches. All of the venture capitalists I spoke with expressed their admiration for my being on the XRP ledger, citing its distinctiveness. They found it intriguing that XRP, the cryptocurrency, had regulatory status or approval in the US. They described it as something special. They saw this as a good sign because it was something new and unusual, but Daniel says that no venture capitalists are interested in working on projects that are based on the XRP ledger. No. Does VCS currently have a successful project in progress that pertains to the XRP ledger? I'm being sincere when I ask this. Have you might resemble the rip you received? Your personal undertaking, yes, you are correct. Despite the VCS's request for one more item from us, I successfully completed my project. Before providing us with funding because we advanced to the last round and had final discussions with them, they said, "I want to see one more thing." So, what are we doing with that last item, which is a successful project on the XRP ledger that is currently in production? Not many are there at all. Is not one of the many well-known projects in the XRP. A ledger with some completed work. Nice. That means bringing in a ridiculous amount of money each month with a good order book, bank, and runway. You cannot achieve this, especially with NFT projects, given that 99.9% of NFT projects on the XRP ledger have already closed. The ledger is for XRP only. If you're not making it through the XRP ledger, then what are you doing? What are you going to do to make it through another chain of events? Given its listing on every major global exchange, don't argue that individuals lack access to XRP. That's because different people have access to every exchange in the world where they can purchase XRP. They can buy XRP and establish accounts. You're wondering how I came to know this. We help people create various types of wallets. Listen, they say. I have no idea how to obtain XRP. Can't I just use my credit card? I don't want to become involved. You can provide me with guidance on where to store my information. Because my NFT is 100%, why do you believe that? You're not looking for a money grab if you leave the XRP ledger thinking you will succeed elsewhere. Instead, you will go to another chain where you are attempting to seize the opportunity to acquire one or two more investors for your project. How many people are there on the internet? There should be enough room for your project to fit on any chain. There is reality, that much is true, but have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, whoa, perhaps I don't think I have. Have you ever considered the possibility that, in your endeavor, the issue you've encountered is probably not because everyone on this planet is like you?